Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headache stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
How you going, guys? I'm back finally. Oh my goodness, that was a long week. Anyway, I'm exhausted, but there you go. That's what you get looking after my mum and my granddaughter. Hey, out to lunch. How you going? Luna, how you going? Kai, how you going? Shannon, how you going? Shannon, my heart goes out to you right now. Kai as well. What? Kai said mine's set count to saying 12k. Okay, we've got that happening again, do we? Have that weird 12k likes, is it? It's impossible. Absolutely impossible. Okay, so Kai, I hope you're doing well. Luna, how you going? Who else have we got in here? Zena, how you going? Hi from the scenic rim in Queensland. There you go. I don't even know where that is. Oh no. Shannon, you've joined the ranks of unemployed. Yes, I am. Shannon, my heart goes out to you. I'm so sorry. That is awful. That is, I guess 25 years of employment counts for naught these days. Wow, and Kai, you haven't gotten around to getting a full body MRI yet. Oh no. Guys, it's not going good for many people at the moment. Zena said your eyes aren't reading properly. Or my eyes are your eyes. I hope I'm reading properly. Who else have we got in here? I just want to make sure I say hello to everyone. Luna, Alex, how you going? Is that it? That all we got in here? Like, we got a few. Oh no, we got Sherry, how you going? Nada, how you going? Dealey, how you going? Flyby Stew, how you going? Who else have we got in here? Just want to make sure I say hello to everyone. Okay, I think I have. Right, let's go to the world of crazy and what's been happening all week in the world of crazy. Because it's been a bit nutty. They had nearly two people having a kerfuffle, either in or around the White House. You had one guy who was a fighter of some sort, UCF fighter, I think. And Bernie Sanders had to tell them all to calm down. And then you have Kevin McCarthy's been accused of hitting someone in the kidneys. I don't know what's going on. It's all falling apart for them, I believe. Okay, now let's just make sure I'm on the right bookmarks. Okay, and it's been updated. Yep. Okay, Anna de Brisser, oh my goodness. Anna here, right? Australian Federal Court being asked 2 questions. Are there certain things properly GMOs? If so, I've got a cat here. Have Pfizer, Moderna broken the law? Australian Federal Court proceedings brought under the Gene Technology Act of 2000. It's still going on, okay? So we still have Australian Federal Court proceedings going on about the things and what they had in them. Apparently they might have been GMOs. It's quite scary. Old Soldier said, we've seen countries in Europe, now England and the US, suffer from excess migration. Must we also learn this lesson the hard way? I believe, yes, Australians must. I drove up the road the other day while the markets were on, which I used to attend, and it had all refugees welcome, a big sign right across the fence. And I'm like, you people have no idea what you are asking for right now. And they're going to find out the hard way. Craig Kelly said, green bloodbath, major industries closing down as German prices soar. Reports from Germany of the destructive consequences resulting from a failed green ideological delusion that you can run a major economy on renewables and big batteries. And this is the same model that Labor, Liberal, Greens and the Teals here in Australia want to follow. German electricity 3 times more expensive. Firstly, blackout news reports on how Germany's electricity price is 3 times higher than it is in the USA. The German electricity price is 3 times as high in the USA. Criticism is being voiced about Germany's energy policy. It should be an apology. Financial expert Jan criticises the fact that the phase out of coal and nuclear energy is not well coordinated with the European Union. Energy policy has 3 main objectives: low prices, security of supply, and environmental protection with regard to CO2 emissions. German energy policy performs poorly in all these areas. The focus was the 3rd of November 2023. Massive job cuts at Bayer. Next, the German site reports how Leverkusen-based pharmaceutical and agrochemical group Bayer plans massive job cuts. Think they're losing money at all? Moreover, by the end of the year, the group intends to cut several management levels, which will lead to a significant reduction in the workforce. This step is considered necessary due to the current business performance as of 9th of November 2023. A 250-year-old German iron foundry files for insolvency. Another victim of Germany's green policies is renowned iron foundry and automotive supplier, Eisenwerk, Hasenclever and Son. Oh dear. Eisenwerk, Hasenclever and Son is I'm sorry if I'm not saying that right, is an important player in the foundry industry. It has long supplied well-known car manufacturers such as Audi, BMW, Daimler, Ford and Porsche. However, the company is now facing a serious crisis. Despite a proud history of 250 years in which Hasenclever has made impressive progress and always aimed to establish itself as a leading European supplier in the industry, has now filed for insolvency. November 7th, 2023. And they've been known to make good cars. Anyway. Machine builder Homag to lay off 600. The latest bad news came yesterday. Machinery builder Homag, based in something I can't pronounce, has announced that it will cut some 600 jobs worldwide. The decision is a reaction to the declining demand for its products in Germany. Around 35 jobs are to be affected. The measure aims to achieve savings of around 25 million euros in the coming year and around 50 million euros annually from 2025. Despite the demand for woodworking machines in many branches of industry, the company expects the coming year to be challenging due to unexpectedly weak order figures. There you go. It's a bloodbath. Adopting green policy is a bloodbath. For industry, I mean, not, well, could be literally. But certainly for your industries, and the Germans have been known to make some good stuff. You know, they used to make that smeg, didn't they? They made Audis, they were good. I worked there for a little while. That was a good place to work 10, 20 years ago. Anita Laura said, F me dead, how dumb would you have to be to still think an effing cold will kill ya? F the masks, F the jabs, F the dictators, F the propaganda, and F the imbeciles who're still asleep, and fall for it all. Get your priorities in order. I was also somewhere the other day where they were saying, oh, it's coming back. Well, we're all going to have to wear masks again. And I went, oh, not again. And they all said, oh no, mainly us workers. And I just thought, why are you falling for it? I should have said more. But they all seemed like they were really heavily brainwashed. Leading reporters said breaking, former President Trump has filed for a mistrial in the New York civil fraud case, claiming Judge Arthur Engoron is biased. That is an understatement. Oh dear. Polybard said, can someone from Canberra please go set up a barbecue next to that indoor hat-wearing swag idiot protesting about climate? Call it the silly sausage sizzle. That's a mouthful. Make the sausages free, but you have to say Greta won't bang you, bro, to the clown's face. Do a GoFundMe. I'll share it. So this guy is apparently still starving himself to death. Goes home every night. I believe he probably eats when he goes home. And, yeah, you'll see why in a minute. Have Snowball Choo Choo, or have you Snowball Choo Choo? After visiting Melbourne CBD a couple of days ago, I realised the sensation I was experiencing. I'm no longer part of the majority, I'm the unpopular minority. The conspicuous minority. A tall white guy who doesn't want to drink bubble tea. Out of place. A relic of the past. Not a useful person, not a tourist, not an international student, not a left-wing public servant, not a person of colour. My strong suspicion is that, with the exception of being a staff member at the Melbourne City Council, Caucasians are not really welcome or wanted in the city. Let's face it, there's not really an invitation to be part of the city anymore. I'm not complaining, just observing. The time has passed. The time of my grandfather and grandmother has gone. Melbourne is now an Asian city, it's no longer European. Best to face that reality and stop pretending anymore that it wants me to be there. This is what I think we need to go back to. The hats and everything, the suits and the hats and the ladies wearing dresses. Well, you know, Melbourne, you know, Albo and Labor, CCP, they love each other. Melbourne, we're seeing it, guys. It's now an Asian city. They're coming. They're here. They're taking over. Wait until the people who've been sent here on purpose to start riots start really kicking up, and watch these people come in and take over. Dom LeCrae, breaker of narratives, said, breaking news, arrests were just made, this is on the 10th of November, 6 days ago, in a high-profile sex trafficking ring that involved government contractors, professors, military officers, executives of pharmaceutical companies and more. The ring was operated in apartment complexes in Cambridge, Dedham and Watertown, Massachusetts, as well as Virginia. They are doctors, they are lawyers, they're accountants, they are executives at high-tech companies, pharmaceutical companies, they're military officers, government contractors, professors, scientists. Levy said of the brothel's customers. Pick a profession, they're probably represented in this case. Let's have a listen.
Earlier today, 3 individuals were arrested and charged in federal court with operating a sophisticated, high-end...
I don't know if I can actually play that because of the bloody music in the background. Anyway, I'll just repost it instead, so anyone else that wants to have a look at it can go and have a look at it. Donald J. Trump posts from his Truth Social, November the 10th. We've totally proven our innocence. The fake AG case, we have won on every point, including the fact that this so-called star witness is a complete fraud, who openly admitted in court that he lied. and that the information he gave to bloodthirsty and disgraceful Attorney General was not factual or true. He made it all up. Then today, Judge Engoron admitted his original decision on fraud was incorrect when he said, "I'm not here to value these properties. I'm here to decide whether these statements of financial condition were fraudulent." Well, the fraud that he said that I committed was based on the values that were set. That's what the whole case is about. He and the Attorney General knowingly put down ridiculously low value on assets like Mar-a-Lago at $18 million so that they could say my financial statement numbers were inflated, when in fact they were not. Therefore, he should immediately reverse his wrongful and totally discredited summary judgment decision. Hear, hear. And apparently Trump posted this on the 9th of the 11th. We're going way back. Okay, Rob Smith said this was on November the 10th, right? So this was 6 days ago, okay? Just remember that. It's going to come in very handy to know that. Dad starving himself in climate protests, rejects conspiracy theory via mail online, said he'll be dead by the 13th. He literally has 3 more days to live. It's now the 16th. And 22 hours ago, he's still going. That's a miracle. So he rejects the... What's the conspiracy theory? Let's have a look. Why can I not... Oh, there we go. Yep, okay. What is the conspiracy theory? Father of 2 who quit his $250,000 job and is now starving himself outside Parliament House rejects conspiracy theory about his protest and insane plans to die. A diplomat turned climate activist who's camping outside Parliament House and refusing to eat until the Albanese government stops fossil fuel subsidies, said he's willing to die for the cause, but he hasn't told his kids. Gregory Andrews, 55, worked with the government for 30 years. Surprise, surprise. As an ambassador to West Africa and as Australia's Deputy Chief Climate Negotiator at the United Nations. What a surprise. I don't think he's cast aside his $250,000 job salary at all. I think he's probably still getting it, paid for doing what he's doing and going home to eat at night. In a climate crisis, I couldn't live with myself if I kept doing that. He was sick of being asked to promote fossil fuels. That's the last thing any climate crazies do. Thursday marked Mr Andrews' 8th day without food to protest against Australia's coal and gas exports and native forest logging. Look, I would agree with we need to use the coal and gas here, not export it and then import it back at twice the price or whatever they're doing. But other than that, no, I don't agree with him. The father of 2 survives on a diet of water and the occasional half teaspoon of salt to keep his electrolytes up, but insists he feels stronger than ever. Why does he not? He doesn't look like he's starving. So what's the conspiracy theory? Okay, he can't camp outside Parliament House because it's illegal, so instead his 16-year-old son drives him home each night and his wife drives him back at 5:30 a.m. each day. He hasn't told his kids that he's willing to die. He's left that ambiguous. Enjoyed his last meal with his family last Wednesday, which finished with a... Oh, God, I don't even know how to say that. A popular dessert in India. First 3 days were the hardest. He rejected a conspiracy theory, doing the rounds on X, which claims he's eating food each night in the privacy of his own home. What do you know? So I didn't know that, and I actually, that's what I thought too. One ex-user said, "Are you serious? He packs up the dog and heads home for a shower, and I'm guessing a feed at the dinner table with his family." The fact that he goes home every evening and returns in the morning means he's not on a hunger strike. It's a scam. And so he's still alive, and he said he only had 3 days to live. So, do you believe him? Jonathan said, I never thought this would happen in Australia. Wow. I thought everyone was welcome in Australia. Polibard said, if I was a Victorian cop, I'd have gone on strike years ago to protest being told to shoot people who wanted their human rights observed and arrest pregnant women for posting stuff on Facebook. But you won't see me next Tuesday. So go and scribble your graffiti on taxpayer-owned vehicles to demand more money for your personal wallets, you champions of virtue. Because what the police unions push for a pay rise has turned into a bitter fight that could lead to stop work action and cop cars plastered with slogans. Well, Victoria Police, you reap what you sow. That's all I got to say about that. I want to say, actually, if they went on strike, do you really think Victoria would be worse off? Well, depends on what's going on down there, maybe. Liberty Times and Politics said, hang on, was this, what am I getting from July 30th? 2015, Arkansas takes away 7 homeschooled children because father had unapproved mineral supplement. Interesting. What did I share? Oh, this is why I shared it. Okay. I knew I had a reason. CPS, Family Court, Foster Care. Just in case you wanted to know, 2016, the US foster care system, modern day, allegedly, slavery and child trafficking. Involves Dr. Anthony Fauci, researchers, NIH history and experimenting on foster children and using aborted fetal tissue to develop an HIV vaccine. Now being continued with the new one. And medical kidnapping, businesses, judge skirting the law for federal funds. Got 2014, Arizona's exploding foster care intake, kids sleeping in state office buildings. This is just to let you know what CPS really does. 2017, Massachusetts state auditor finds widespread sexual abuse in foster care. And the other one, the R word, but DCF officials won't report it. DCF, abuse by fosters happening, but not serious. 2018, Texas judge, CPS still unconstitutional. Foster care, sexual and physical abuse still the norm. 2018, Arizona foster care system revealed as pedo ring, former foster child tortured for years, sues for $15 million. Whoa, missed one. 2022, how the Christian Church and US government work together to traffic with children worldwide through the lucrative adoption business. Mother who was trafficked as a child in foster care has her own baby medically kidnapped, fears for her safety. And 2020, medically kidnapping children for drug trials and abuse. The history of a CIA project, MKUltra. What I will do is I will reshare this for anybody who wants to read deeper into this. It's just a reference, just to let you know that it does go on. Liberty Times and Politics, at least we've got one that's bloody recent, thank God for that. Pentagon scientists deployed in 25 countries, diplomatic immunity to research deadly viruses, bacteria, toxins at US military offshore biolabs, including Georgia, Ukraine. US Embassy, Tbilisi, transport human blood pathogens as diplomatic cargo for secret US military program. How was Ukraine and other nations chosen to host biolabs? How long has this been going on? Who thought it was a good idea? Pentagon DTA, Metabiota, Lugar Center, US Embassy, This one, US Army research, Dugway Proving Ground, Utah. How long does that go for? 1 minute, okay.
Well, I only have a minute left. Let me ask you, does Ukraine have chemical or biological weapons?
Ukraine has biological research facilities, which, in fact, we are now quite concerned Russian forces may be seeking to gain control of. So we are working with the Ukrainians on how they can prevent any of those research materials from falling into the hands of Russian forces should they approach.
I'm sure you're aware that the Russian propaganda groups are already putting out there all kinds of information about how they've uncovered a plot by the Ukrainians to release biological weapons in the country and with NATO's coordination. If there's a biological or chemical weapon incident or attack inside of Ukraine, is there any doubt in your mind that 100% it would be the Russians that would be behind it?
There is no doubt in my mind, Senator, and it is classic Russian.
Russia, Russia, Russia! Blame it all on Russia. Okay, we've got something different here from Zuby. Women should serve their husbands. Let's have a look.
I think a woman should serve her husband and serve her family. People are like, serve? You said serve? I think a man should serve his wife and his kids as well. I honestly believe that millions of women have kind of been sold this lie that somehow it's like empowering to work a job for some boss or company that doesn't give a crap about you, and that's super empowering and you go girl, but somehow it's disempowering and giving into the patriarchy or whatever to work and provide for a husband and a family and children who freaking adore you and would literally die for you. And I think that that's massively warped. I think a woman should serve her husband and serve her family.
I agree with what he was saying on women have been sold this fantasy of, you know, you go girl. Oh, because I remember back when I had my children, I was looked down upon for wanting to stay at home and look after my children. I really was. I was given a lot of beef over that. And not literal beef, you know. Okay, Liberty Times and Politics, 4 hours ago, thank God for that. Rep. Clay Higgins' investigation by AUKUS is finished. Articles of impeachment sent through appropriate committees to proceed. Okay, why have I got so many Liberty Times and Politics? They were everywhere. Election Watch Georgia, Fulton County Election Board acknowledges missing ballots from Tuesday's thing, and says later found process of counting the early voting ballots will be completed by the afternoon according to the County Elections Board. They're finding a lot of problems with the counting machines. Liberty Times and Politics, a Spanish conservative politician, Alejandro Vidal Quadras, shot in the face in Madrid. Gunman flees on motorbike. He's in hospital? He's not. Okay, well, I don't know if he's passed. Wow. Charlie Kirk said breaking. Vivek Ramaswamy launches FireRona.com after confronting the embattled RNC chair in his mega viral debate moment. What I'm hearing is there's going to be a third party popping up soon. Rona Romney McDonough? Is it McDonough, is it? I can't remember her last name, but she's a Romney. Did you know that? I found that out the other day while I was trying to listen to something. Liberty Times and Politics, Part 1, thread to document Joe Biden, family, Burisma. This was back in 2020. Reports show Joe Biden stole $140 million from U.S. Federal Treasury and transferred the dollars to Rosemont Seneca, purportedly for bank bailouts and then to his personal account in the Cayman Islands. That's how the world works, unfortunately. Okay, Liberty Times and Politics again. Obamacare was created to facilitate child trafficking, medical kidnap with cooperation from CPS, family court, foster care system allegedly. Did away with doctor-patient confidentiality worldwide, not just in the US.
To the medical coding expert in his office. She takes it, she puts it in the computer. CPS and the Superior Court of Arizona leases space in the basement of the hospital. A red flag pops up on the CPS agent's computer down there. She has every medical record, the home address, the parent's name, everything. She can cut, paste, put it on her documents, an order to remove, walk it next door to the judge, have him sign it, get in the elevator, be upstairs within 5 minutes taking the child.
On what ground?
Whatever they want to think of. Yeah.
I heard they lease space in every hospital.
They do. Every hospital to the medical coding.
So if you don't get your children the recommended they can actually take your, well, they used to be able to, probably still can, or think they still can. Times are changing though, things are starting to change, you can see it in a big way. Liberty Times and Politics said, Christopher, we're not tracking that, Ray must go. And FBI Director Christopher Wray warned Congress yesterday that we're in a dangerous period as multiple terrorist organisations has called for attacks against Americans and the West. Worse yet, when asked if any such groups were operating in the United States, Wray responded, well, we're not tracking that. No, they're too busy tracking grandmothers who went to J6. By the way, Liberty Times and Politics, again, I like to get a mix of people. Is that those nice Capitol Police beating up those dangerous J6s while they're on the ground? Because over here, guys getting beaten up. See the arm swinging. Look at him. Copper's on top of him, actually. Beating the hell out of him. Can't really see it, but there you go. Leading report, breaking. Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene introduced an amendment to prohibit funding for the promotion, implementation or enforcement of the CDC recommendation to add COVID to the child and adolescent immunisation schedule. Good. Keep going, please. Liberty Times and Politics said it's not my concern that the FBI's buildings are crumbling. It's my grave concern that the civil liberties of Americans are crumbling. The FBI itself is in a state of disrepair. Let's listen to Matt Gaetz.
It is not my grave concern that the FBI's building is crumbling. It is my grave concern that the civil liberties of Americans are crumbling, and I wish we were more worried about that and less worried about whether or not we got new carpet and wallpaper at the FBI building. My colleague from Arkansas says that the FBI headquarters is in a state of disrepair. Mr. Speaker, it is the FBI itself that is in a state of disrepair. And so while my colleague from Arkansas may be right that we may not always hate the FBI, how about while we are most concerned about the things they are doing, we not go build them a new $300 million building? My colleague says there needs to be a hearing. Well, let me tell you about the hearing that mattered to me, and frankly, many of my Democrat colleagues who are also worried about civil liberties. The hearing where we learned that the FBI has conducted over 278,000 illegal queries on the FISA system. Or the hearing that said that the Inspector General found that 38 times an hour these people were violating FISA. The notion that we would stand here and defend them, frankly, is deeply disappointing, and I think those folks deserve to sit in the rat-infested J. Edgar Hoover building until they get their act straight with America's civil liberties. I reserve.
Yep, and until then, let it fall on their heads. Let the whole building fall down on their heads till they learn. Liberty Times and Politics. I might as well just say this whole thing is Liberty Times and Politics. I'm going to go to the Gateway Pundit shortly. 8-week-old infant son of J6 defendant placed on Quiet Skies suspect terror watch list. Oh, that's why I did it. An 8-week-old child, the son of a J6 defendant, is placed on Quiet Skies suspected terror watch list. See, they're too busy doing this to track down the real terrorist organisations that could be entering America. Yeah. Make it make sense. Fletch 17 said release the J6 tapes and all government involved.
He said he was communicating with his FBI handler while people were entering the U.S. Capitol. Can you confirm that the FBI had that sort of engagement with your own agents embedded into the crowd on January 6th?
If you are asking whether the violence at the Capitol on January 6th was part of some operation orchestrated by FBI sources and or agents, the answer is emphatically
You're saying
not.
no?
No.
You're saying no?
Not
Okay.
violence orchestrated by FBI sources or agents.
Are you familiar with you know what a ghost vehicle is? Director of the FBI certainly should. You know what a ghost bus is?
A ghost bus?
Ghost bus.
I'm not sure I've used that term before.
Okay. It's pretty common in law enforcement. It's a vehicle that's used for secret purposes. It's painted over. These two buses in the middle here, they were the first to arrive at Union Station on January 6th, 0500. I have all this evidence. I'm showing you a tip of this iceberg.
Mr. Chairman.
These two buses were painted completely white.
Point of order. Point of order. Sure.
Just run over the time.
I understand, but you'll recall that Ms. Jackson-Lee's been allowed to go 2 minutes before. I've been very fair in letting people finish their questioning throughout my tenure as chairman, and I'll continue to be fair on that regard. But I will make a note to the members, if you could stay as close within your time as possible. We have a lot of people that want to ask these gentlemen questions. So with that, the gentleman yields. But your point, I've been very fair in this, Mr. Ivey, with everybody on this side of the aisle just as much.
I don't think I accuse you of being unfair, Mr. Chairman.
You're making a point. Okay, thank you. I now recognize Mr.
May I
Gray.
close this statement, Mr. Chairman?
No, I think your time is expired, Mr.
I note that other members across the aisle have been granted time, and I object to my question being closed. This is a very significant hearing, Mr. Chairman, and these buses are nefarious in nature and were filled with FBI informants dressed as Trump supporters and deployed onto our Capitol on January 6th. Your day is coming,
Mr.
Mr. Ray.
Mr. Higgins. I now recognize.
There you go. Okay, I don't know what that was. What's this? It's an 8-minute video that I can't play, obviously. The Vigilant Fox said Senator Ron Johnson shares the most censored chart in congressional history, drug adverse event comparison. From the 1st of the 1st, 96 to 10/27/23. Ivermectin had 4,265 adverse effects. HCQ had 28,823 adverse effects. The flu thing had 220,346 adverse effects. Show more. Come on. Dexamethasone, 110,185. Tylenol, 136,079. Remdesivir, 9,290. And the recent ones, 1,605,764 adverse events. Adverse reactions. Yeah. It's pretty bad, eh? I've got to look into this one here. See this one here? I've got to look into that. So, is this Marjorie Taylor Greene again? Okay, let's have a listen.
I do have a chart that's been censored a number of times. I don't know if you can get it up behind me. This is CDC and FDA's own numbers, and yet, you know, through all the social media censorship unconstitutionally directed by...
I believe someone was taken down for that. Not sure if that's still viable at the moment. But anyway, it just says what I just said anyway. Clown World says sound on. I feel like I've got deja vu. Okay, let's have a look at what's going on here.
I have it on the right spots, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you do. It's not...
I think they're doing it wrong.
It's not like positive is on negative or anything.
No, we can literally use these.
The coating is melting off the wires. I don't know what... someone tell me what's going on here. Have they put the positive on the negative and the negative on the positive, or put them on the right side on one side, not on the other? Or should these cars just not be using jumper leads? One of you guys can tell me. I'm sure you guys know. I have no idea what's going on here. Anyway, Gunther Eagleman said then impeach him. The American people are waiting on you all to do your jobs. Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene said the days are numbered for Secretary Mayorkas. Our southern border's being invaded. Americans are being murdered every day on his watch. It's time for Secretary Mayorkas to resign. If he doesn't go, he's going to be impeached. So there you go. That was just confirming what I'd said before. They're trying to impeach Mayorkas. Andy No said those inside UK Parliament in London are unable to leave because of the mob outside right now. Lord Lee of Hurley said disgracefully intimidating crowds outside Parliament, meaning regular visitors cannot get in to see their MPs and those of us inside can't leave. Well, they imported it. I'm just waiting because this is all turning on, like the left is turning on each other everywhere that I've seen. And all the chickens are coming home to roost, as the saying goes. Julie Kelly said Jenna Ellis was so horrified at the Trump-Scavino plan to stay in power that she apparently tricked them into believing she was on their side by charging 6 figures, including invoices, for December 2020 and January 21. An evil genius, I'd say. Because apparently Jenna Ellis has been testifying and she cherry-picked, certain phrases to make people think that that's what they had said. It's total BS. Okay, Clown World said, bring back a sane asylum. Sorry to do this to you guys, but let's have a listen.
I will tell you something obvious. I'm non-binary from the core of my soul outward. It's just obvious. Even with no... I have a little lip gloss on. But even with no, like, accoutrement, even with no, what you might think of as gender expression, it's just obvious I'm a they. And it's the core of who I am as a human being. And I think that that probably is what's most upsetting to bigoted people. Is that it's so obvious that we are who we are and we deserve dignity. I will
He looks like he's about to cry. Mate, seriously, I don't know, this guy, seriously. Just makes my blood run cold. But look, he needs help. Simple as. Liberty Times and Politics said Rep Clay Higgins asked Ray about buses. I was going to say Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters, which means they were painted to camouflage who was inside. The buses arrived at Union Station filled with FBI informants, dressed as Trump supporters, and were inside the Capitol on J6 before the rally. This whole thing is just BS. And instead of going after grandmothers who attended J6 or whatever, they need to go chase the terrorists, the real ones, before they do something. And people are saying that there could be another 9/11 and hopefully not, but just be aware, guys. Just be on the lookout. Lara Trump said when top priority is showing grandpa your desk at school. I remember this from my grandkids. I don't think I can play the actual song in the background. But yes, there is Donald Trump walking his granddaughter to school and seeing her desk. So cute. Oh. Look, Grandpa, that's my desk. Yeah, anyway. Andy Lee, special rebel reporter. What are the odds that a company that received tens of millions to provide IT solutions to the government, who had exactly 2 employees, also ran a separate company that partnered with massive temporary staffing agency run by government insiders? So far, they are very good. David Yeo is also an officer of 3D Global Enterprises. What's this in response to? Liberals gave a $2.35 million ArriveCan contract requesting 11 employees to 2 fellows who employed no one and operated out of their home. The contract grew to $9 million. The guys made millions subcontracting the work out, and this is exactly what is wrong with this government. There you go. Dalian Enterprises received over $40 million from 2017 to 2021, allowing them to afford a luxurious office worth $4.7 million at 200-43 Britain Street, TO, shared with GORGTA, a headhunter with top resources including Coradix. Wow. In 2021, while Canadians were all locked down at home, Dalian secured around $36.8 million in government contracts, doubling what they got in 2020. It's outrageous. Called Jerome Daly, the owner of Dalian Enterprises, who is behind David Yeo, even resides abroad. And there you go, David Yeo is also an officer of 3D Global Enterprises. This is how most governments work, I believe. How disgusting. Daniel Baldwin said WVAG Morrissey WV is co-leading an 18-state coalition opposing Judge Tanya Chutkan's tyrannical, unprecedented gag order on President Trump. That overboard order cannot survive any level of scrutiny. He is right. The American people have a right to hear what Trump has to say, and Trump wants the actual trial to be filmed, live streamed or streamed. Then you've got this guy. I've mixed news with God knows what. Okay, let's have a look.
It appears Chaz has pounded one too many energy drinks and now feeling the burnout process. As you can see here, he's starting to fall asleep, starting to fall off the side of the road. And my God, it looks like he's about to wake up, but it might be too late as he pulls off a freaking General Lee. Oh my God! Getting tossed like a Caesar salad, and you can just see him wake up going, what the shit just happened? And I'm wondering the same. What the shit just happened? Just a good old boy.
Oh dear. Lucky he's all right. My God. That could have been devastating. All that happened was his little hat thing fell off. Bob said, this is November the 14th, for sake, pronouncing someone's name wrong is now racist. The Australian Greens parodies, if you pronounce someone's name wrong, especially if they're Muslim, that's racist now.
Senator Farquhar.
Thank you, Chair. It's Faruqi.
Faruqi.
Yeah, thanks.
We really, Senator Farquhar, do you have any other questions?
It's Faruqi.
Sorry?
It's Faruqi.
She's corrected you twice now.
Faruqi isn't that hard to pronounce. We do have some way to go before we stamp out racism, but it's quite frankly infuriating that we can't even get past what should be the most basic form of decency, getting someone's name right.
As an Australian, I would pronounce it Faruqi as well. I'd say it worse than that, actually. Fairness, Reality and Science says, oh, for sake, AGP mail alert. AGP mail alert. See how quick my eyes did that? What? I'm a baby. I'm a dog. I'm an alien. I'm white. I'm black. I'm a woman. Do you know that we can see you? Like Jeffrey Marsh? Hmm? You know we see you. We see what you are. Oh dear. Quads News Network said Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is reprimanded at a restaurant in Vancouver because of his government's position in support of genocide in Gaza. So let's have a little quick look.
Fire now! Cease fire now! Cease fire now! Cease fire now!
Chickens are coming home to roost. They let... I don't know. Oh my goodness. Zach Payne, aka Corruption Detector, said, wow, with the way left-wing media keeps getting arrested for heinous abuse of children, one might be driven to think that there's a connection between that and their protection of pedos. What do I know? I'm just a baseless conspiracist. But apparently all these people are getting arrested for that very thing. Andy No said, recycling a BLM chant, the angry crowd that surrounded Parliament in London is promising to shut it down if lawmakers don't vote for a ceasefire, as they demand. Well, look, I'm all for a ceasefire too. I don't believe anyone on any side should be going to war, but look, it's going to sort itself out. The only thing I don't like is that our countries are sending money to both sides of this. Or any side of this. It's not good. Oh my God. I'm going to say it's got nothing to do with Australia, but pretty soon it's going to have everything to do with Australia. Everyone's going to see worldwide. Unfortunately. Stay safe. Donald Trump Jr. said yet another one the FBI missed was apparently watching. Good thing they're monitoring your grandmother, concerned parents at PTA meetings, and MAGA, and practicing Catholics for their extremist views, and not actual known arseholes. New York Post gunman who killed Texas SWAT cop and 2 hostages was reportedly on the FBI terror watch list. If the FBI is so good, why aren't they stopping these people? Because it is the plan. Dr. Roger Marshall said, breaking tonight, every single Senate Democrat voted to block aid for Israel. Let that sink in. On the same day, their leadership went and spoke at a pro-Israel rally, saying they stand with Israel in their fight. They went to the Senate floor and voted unanimously against providing them critical aid they need. There you go. But they'll provide it for the other side. Oh, I'm just waiting for this thing to play out and see what happens. Leading reports said breaking Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs' election task force concluded that then Secretary of State Hobbs engaged in election interference in 2022 by preventing Arizonians from voting while running her own election for governor. And going back again, breaking presidential candidate Ron DeSantis' biggest donor is now planning to financially support former President Trump in 2024. Tom Elliott said Zelensky, humanity is failing on its climate policy objectives. Hello, war. That's great for the climate, isn't it? Shut up, you idiot. No one needs to hear your voice. And another one. Oh, God, what have I been doing? Ignorance, the root and stem of all evil, said the expert on everything. Use biodegradable rockets and vegan grenades. Greta Thunberg in 2022 on the rules of war. Wars are always bad, I'll let her tell you. Oh my God.
War is always bad, specifically for the planet. If we want to continue fighting battles like environmentally conscious humans, we must make the change to sustainable tanks and weaponry. There are so many new concepts for battery-powered fighter jets that can carry many more missiles, biodegradable missiles, of course. Something literally everybody can do to stop this nonsense is, for example...
Why don't we just fill all the bombs with confetti and just let them go?
Block the roads to gardens and farms so the plants don't get overrun by these heavy, heavy tanks. Hand grenades, very important. If you use hand grenades, please use vegan grenades. No animal should have to give their life for all this.
Can anyone tell me what a vegan hand grenade is? What it does? Anyone?
Mayhem and chaos. They have a special sticker on them. You really can't miss them in the grenade market or wherever you buy them. Yeah, I cover all of this and more in my newest book, Vegan Wars.
Oh dear God. Tell me what a vegan hand grenade is, someone please. Oh shit. HealthBot said Pfizer caught funneling $12 million to Anderson Cooper to promote jabs to America. We knew that, wasn't that like a year or two ago? We knew that. Amy Kremer said breaking, GA 2020 stolen, 2020 fraudulent ballot case in Fulton County, apparently, allegedly, I don't know what's going on. Big time criminal defense attorneys for Fulton County have filed a motion to withdraw from the case. Why? Is Fulton County getting ready to admit the ballots don't exist? They were ordered to produce absentee ballots months ago, or have the ballots been destroyed? Stay tuned, because this is only the tip of the iceberg. Buckle up, it's coming. There you go. I'm hearing a lot of people saying it's coming again, it's coming, something big's coming. Sorry, guys. Shadow of Ezra set Epstein, Israeli Mossad, Ukraine, one big circle. The general breaking. Senator Marsha Blackburn announces subpoenas for Jeffrey Epstein's flight logs. This was days ago, but they're asking for it now.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think we all know what this is about, and you all have been after Justice Thomas. We are fully aware of this. And I think that the whole charade is truly disgusting. Now, if we go back to the Dobbs leak, and I'm one of those, I'd like to know who the leaker is, and I'd like to know why they did it. But since that leak, our Supreme Court justices, especially Thomas, Alito, Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, Barrett, they have been subjected to threats on their lives. Their families have been subjected to threats on their lives. And yet, this is what you and Senator Whitehouse are choosing to focus on, is a discrediting of the court. And we know what this is about. We should be talking about protections for the court. I think that it appears that what you're doing is you're going after them because right now you don't agree with some of the decisions that are coming out of the court. So instead of letting them exercise and fulfill their jobs, what they're required to do, what are you doing? You're going after a way to delegitimize the court as an institution. Tennesseans know this. We see it. But, you know, Senator Graham mentioned Justice Sotomayor. Now, this summer, what we learned was that over the years, her staff has pressured public institutions to buy her books. And these books and her book deals have earned her $4 million. And I haven't heard you mention that. None of you have mentioned that. You don't want to talk about that. Nor have you mentioned the fact that she refused to recuse herself from not one, but 2 copyright infringement cases concerning her book publisher. You clearly don't want to talk about that one either. So I have filed an amendment issuing a subpoena to Justice Sotomayor's staff who helped to sell her books, as well as to her book publisher, so we can fully understand the backstory of these deals. And since we're in the business of issuing subpoenas now, here are a few more that I've filed. A subpoena to Jeffrey Epstein's estate to provide the flight logs for his private plane, given the numerous allegations of human trafficking and sexual abuse surrounding Mr. Epstein. I think it is very important that we identify everybody that was on that plane and how many trips they took on that plane and the destinations to which they arrived. I've also filed a subpoena authorizing Secretary Becerra to come before this committee and explain to us how HHS and the Office of Refugee Resettlement has lost track of 85,000 children. In addition, I filed a subpoena to compel the Biden DOJ to provide all documentation about their disastrous decision to terminate the successful China initiative. That was a program that was critical to targeting and prosecuting Chinese spies in America. Next, we've got to get to the bottom of the far left's effort to take down President Trump. That's why I've filed a subpoena for all documents relating to any political donations and participation by Special Counsel Robert Mueller's staff. And let's talk about the 2 tiers of justice that we're all seeing in the Biden administration. This administration loves to talk about misinformation, but they clearly have the goal of censoring conservative speech online. In the latest example of this, DOJ, on behalf of the FTC, filed a privacy and securities practices suit against Twitter. So I think we need to get to the bottom of President Biden's efforts to silence Elon Musk. That's why I filed a subpoena to compel DOJ and the FTC to provide all documents related to the investigation of Elon Musk. So, Mr. Chairman, I think there are real issues that we should be talking about. Social media and the way it's destroying our kids' lives. Wall Street Journal has an article in on this today. Our southern border is wide open. It is a vulnerability. The president's administration has lost track of 85,000 children. The world is on fire, but what you have chosen to do is to launch an assault on the legitimacy of the Supreme Court. If you want to take up our time and go there, Mr. Chairman, we can all go there. I think this is a sad day for this committee and for the confidence that the American people would like to have in our institution and in this prestigious committee.
I agree with her. Good on her, Senator Marsha Blackburn. Keep going. N. Wokeness says, this is John Rote. Yesterday he was in a New York subway station when a homeless man tried to violently mug a woman. John pulled out his gun and yelled, "Leave her alone," fired 2 warning shots and the NYPD arrested him. You have every right to defend yourself and other people, I believe. Leading reports said breaking Democrats abruptly ended the investigation of Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas after Republicans brought up counter-subpoena suggestion of radical leftist mega donor George Soros and his son Alex. There you go. James Woods said, do the American families whose loved ones were attacked, murdered or kidnapped by Hamas savages have potential legal action against CNN, AP, Reuters and the New York Times? Because there are Americans over there who've been apparently kidnapped by Hamas. Isn't that something you eat? Okay, Conspiracy Bot put this up. What the US is supposed to be, a constitutional republic, where the rights of the individual are protected. What we pretend it is, a democracy, where the individual is forced to comply with the will of the majority. What it actually is, a corporation owned by an international banking cabal, where the individual has no rights and whose labour is used as collateral in an unlawful pyramid scheme, allegedly, apparently. There you go. And now we're going back so far that I want to go to the Gateway Pundit to see what's going on. Your day is coming. Director Ray Huge, GOP, Higgins nails dirty FBI Chief Chris Wray during House hearing, exposes FBI Ghostbusters. Okay, like we just read. Democrats reeling as Spanish language news leader changes its tune on Trump. Oh. So he's going for Trump now, is that right? Just making sure. Yep. The stars in their courses just might be aligning for a Donald Trump victory in 2024, just as they did in 2016. And evidence of that is Univision appearing to change its tune toward the former president. Top-rating Spanish-speaking television network is under new management and has taken a much more favourable view of Trump than it did during 2020. Excellent. Secret Service FOIA documents revealed DNA was found and preserved in White House cocaine probe. Contrary to prior claims, Secret Service may end up destroying evidence. Of course they will. They'll try and protect Joe and Hunter. And anyone else. Any Democrats maybe that were involved? Or Rhino Republicans. During a show on Fox News, Jesse Water reveals that Secret Service had been misleading the public about a cocaine investigation at the White House. According to over 100 pages of documents obtained through a Freedom of Information Act request, the narrative surrounding the discovery and handling of cocaine at the White House appears fraught with inconsistencies and cover-ups. The Gateway Pundit reported in July that hazmat crews were dispatched inside the entrance gate near the West Wing of the White House to investigate a suspicious white substance that tested positive for cocaine. At first, it was reported the cocaine was found in the library, which is located on the ground floor of the White House. Authorities changed the location. Found in the Biden White House, the cocaine was allegedly stashed in a cubby in a storage facility in the West Wing and not in the library. We are being told we may never know who actually brought the coke to the White House because the area wasn't necessarily covered by cameras all that well. On Monday, the Biden regime released the first photos of the 2 grams of cocaine found at the White House, and over the summer were released in response to an FOIA request filed by the Daily Mail. According to Waters, this shifting narrative raises questions about the accuracy and transparency of the Secret Service statements. Further complicating matters, Waters highlighted discrepancies in the substance testing, with initial results indicating opioids and amphetamines before being identified as cocaine. This raises doubts about the testing process and the subsequent handling of the evidence. The Secret Service closed its investigation into the Biden White House coke scandal without conducting any interviews. What do you know? No suspect was identified and allegedly no fingerprints, DNA samples or leads were found. The agency did not interview the 500 potential culprits because it would be a strain on resources. Waters reported that the original narrative stated no DNA was recovered from the bag, leading to the destruction of the bag. However, the FOIA documents suggest the presence of 3 tubes of DNA, conflicting with the Secret Service's initial reports. It appears the DNA samples were not only found but were preserved in an evidence vault. There's more evidence that they didn't destroy an envelope with 3 tubes of DNA, said Waters. Where'd they get the DNA from? Off the baggie. So the Secret Service lied, so did the White House. They did find DNA in the baggie, and the DNA was processed and has been moved to an evidence vault for preservation. So the Secret Service has an insurance policy. We asked the Secret Service for an explanation. They said, oh, it's secondary DNA, but the initial Secret Service report clearly said there was no DNA found. There is no physical evidence. But the documents show they're keeping a DNA sample in an evidence locker. Well, whose DNA is it? They have something we don't know, and the Secret Service told Prime Time they may end up destroying the DNA evidence at some point down the road, you know, protocol. Primetime asked the Secret Service, why didn't you take DNA samples from your suspect list? They said they would have needed a court order. This tells me 2 things. The Secret Service didn't want to crack the case, or the Secret Service knew the coke was found in the library, put it in a cubby and closed the case. Gateway Pundit previously reported the cocaine found at the White House can be traced back to an individual in the Biden family orbit. Information from 3 security sources. All 3 sources independently told Soldier of Fortune the same name, which arose from an investigation into the incident. The sources currently work for a US government agency and not authorised to speak to the media. Over the years, just ladies written stuff, yep, okay. Her sources indicate that even though the Secret Service officially announced the conclusion of the investigation due to a lack of physical evidence, BS, they had in fact managed to identify a suspect. That suspect is claimed was subsequently reported to Biden. If you want the name, ask Joe Biden. He knows who it is. It was someone within the Biden family orbit. It wasn't Hunter, said a second source. Okay, so it wasn't Hunter. So you got more than one cokehead roaming the White House. That's great. Victor Riak's former editor-in-chief of leftist news outlet charged with child sex crimes. There you go. There's coming up all over the place. Wow, Biden's microphone cut after making joke about press to communist China's Xi Jinping video. What do you do? Okay, let's have a look.
Here they come.
Is that it? He was just making fun of them. Okay. Making fun of the Chinese. Or the press. Sorry. Trump lawyers go on offensive, seek mistrial in New York City fraud case. Please, please, please. Barbara Streisand vows to leave US if Donald Trump wins 2024 presidential election. Well, don't come here, please. But remember all the people who said in 2016 that they would leave America if Donald Trump became president? Yeah, they're still there. No, Schultz, you can't use leftover pandemic money in your climate alarmist policies. German Constitutional Court. Biden smirks as his handlers scream at press to leave room so he can privately meet with Xi Jinping's video. Oh, that's what it was about. Okay. Texas House advances bill making illegal crossing at the border a state crime. Democrat says, state rep says it's racist. A faith-based gold company on a mission to change the way Americans protect their retirement. That looks like, yeah, promoted post. Okay. BBC forced to apologise over claim IDF targeted medical teams and Arab speakers in raid on Hamas base hidden under hospital. By the way, Hamas was using ambulances to transport their fighters. Hockey player arrested on suspicion of manslaughter following throat slashing of death of ice hockey player Adam Johnson, released on bail pending further inquiries. I don't know whether many of you heard about this. The guy did a really weird move and then ended up slicing the neck of another player. He stuck his leg and his foot up in the air for some reason. It's very weird. Kappa Kappa Gamma sorority expels alumni for standing up for women. Okay. UFC chief Dana White roasts Peloton for trying to cancel RFK Jr. video. San Francisco holds parade for they cleaned up the streets of San Francisco just for Xi Jinping. Where did all the homeless people go? Communist flags draping the streets as Xi prepares to meet his poodle, Joe Biden, later today. Horror thugs pummel NYPD officer who asked them to stop smoking at a New York subway station. One suspect remains at large. Rashida Tlaib is a member of a secret Facebook group that glorifies Hamas terrorists. And we know about Justin Trudeau. He has blood on his hands. New Jersey Governor Murphy's wife, Tammy, launches Senate bid for seat held by embattled Senator Bob Menendez. Jeffrey Epstein's victims renew calls for Prince Andrew to meet FBI investigators as his girlfriend, Peter Nygaard, is convicted of sexual assault. That was a bit of a slip of the tongue. Let's have a look. The Jeffrey Epstein saga being far from over, there is now another irritant in the mix, disgraced fashion mogul Peter Nygaard. Andrew was reportedly Nygaard's friend, having been hosted by the Finnish-Canadian businessman in his estate in the Bahamas. Nygaard's recent conviction for sexual assault comes as another piece in the puzzle of the Duke of York's constant association with sex offenders. His long-time association with convicted sex offenders Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell have been explored in the media in a myriad of ways. 1,000 cuts to his frayed reputation, leading to his removal as a working royal and the loss of many associated titles and privileges. Andrew is now facing renewed calls to meet FBI investigators after Nygaard was convicted on 4 counts of sexual assault. Now victims of Prince Andrew's friend, pedo Jeffrey Epstein, have accused the prince of being dishonest over his claim to want to help them get justice. Spencer Covin, who represents several women abused by Epstein, if Prince Andrew is innocent, he should provide a full interview to the FBI. Yep, saying he doesn't sweat. His continued silence in the face of multiple close friends being convicted of sexual assault. Ghislaine Maxwell, now Peter Nygaard, reeks of a guilty conscience. Another victim of Epstein's abuse, 35, said Andrew's words were just hollow. It's clear to many he never had any intention of helping us. Andrew settled with Epstein's victim, Virginia Giuffre, for the reported amount of £12 million. Giuffre was Epstein's sex slave and accused the Duke of sleeping with her, a claim Andrew denied as he admitted no liability in the settlement. And there you go. Nikki Haley says it's time to raise the retirement age to reflect on life expectancy. This woman's a half-wit. Leo Homan, law enforcers are quietly shifting The traditional concept of self-defense in favour of the criminals. Here's what you need to know. As if we didn't know that. Criminals have more rights here in Australia than victims do. Rev. Stephen Clifford Lee, co-defendant with Trump, refuses to accept plea deal in bogus Fulton County DA Fannie Willis case. Canadian PM Trudeau parrots Hamas talking points. Of course he would. Don't worry, our stupid politicians are doing the same thing. Watch one of worst in US history. Johnson unloads on Biden DHS boss. Israeli army eliminates 5 terrorists in Hamas hospital. Patient says Hamas can go to hell. As 236,000 Israelis apply for gun permits. There we go. Israelis are learning why they need weapons. And I believe Australia's going to find out the hard way too. Royal Canadian Mounted Police and the Ministry of Transport are investigating separatist threats against Air India as relations unravel between Ottawa and New Delhi. Former editor-in-chief of leftist news outlet charged with child sex crimes in Massachusetts accused of sharing extensive illegal material. Bishop Joseph Strickland, removed by Pope Francis, is to lead rosary outside US Catholic bishops' meeting Wednesday in Baltimore at noon. Wow. Jew-hating bus drivers at Dulles leave 900 Jews stranded on DC tarmac for hours, refuse to take them to March for Israel at National Mall. Gaza children as young as 10 years old and women participated in a massive slaughter of Jews and Israeli on October the 7th. I don't know. I don't agree with any of it. Oh dear. Anyway, that's as far back as I'm going to go with that. What else is going on out there? Candace is trending in Australia. Candace who? Candace Owens? Candace is attacked even when she's right. Ben Shapiro's comments, the emotional response. I believe Candace Owens may be being just kicked off the Daily Wire. Oh, Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro are going at it. Okay. Candace said, "You're utterly out of line for suggesting I cannot quote biblical scripture. The Bible is not about you." Because Ben Shapiro said, "Candace, if you feel that taking money from the Daily Wire somehow comes between you and God, by all means quit." Because Candace said, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for mine sake. No one can serve 2 masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you'll be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money." Something's going on, I don't know. There's a lot of Candace Owen. Lol, Candace Owens just endorsed Nikki Haley for President of Israel. Oh my goodness. What else is going on? Gaza, Erdogan, Russia, Birmingham, Dr. Death in Australia. Who's Dr. Death? Let's have a look. Nuremberg Fall. I would have thought that was either Fauci or Bill Gates. Laugh my ass off. So they started a petition about Tucker coming here to interview Danielle because this is deplorable, but it's perfectly fine that Hillary came to Canada and Dr. Death, aka Fauci, is coming to Canada. Okay, well, that's all the news I can find for now. There's probably more on my own page. Leaders have a responsibility to unite the country, not divide it. Meanwhile, our stupid Prime Minister is dividing everything. A lot about Australia. Yep, Still more about Australia. More about Australia. I can just tell by the... Yep. Brace yourselves, said Pauline Hanson, the dystopian future of Australia under Albanese. Welcome to the future of Australia under Labor, the Greens and the Coalition. You will toil much longer for less and eventually for nothing, just like they did in the old Soviet Union under Joe Stalin. You'll be confined to your suburb or country town, unable to move beyond its boundaries because it will emit too much greenhouse gas. There will be no getting around it because all your biometric data will be used to keep you in check. May I suggest you don't put off that visit to a relative overseas, even though our tanking dollar will make it an expensive exercise. Say goodbye to your steak dinner and Sunday lamb roast and prepare your taste buds for a diet of bugs and worms mixed in with your feed-grade lentil mash. Forget about cash. How dare you even think to make a transaction that won't be monitored and need approval? Forget about the necessity of reliable on-call electricity. Like they do in Third World Africa, even in northern Queensland, you'll buy your electricity ration ahead of time, and those smart meters you've installed will ensure you can only use it when the government lets you. The same will apply to your fresh water. And home or property ownership? Abandon that great Australian dream because, as Klaus Schwab tells us, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. You'll be happy because your government says so, and woe to the poor Aussies who dare say they're not under misinformation laws. Welcome to the future, Australia, coming much sooner than you think, courtesy of your own government. Hello, Australia. Wakey, wakey. Oh, dear. Why have I got pink on here? Very happy to have started this discussion about censorship and book banning. We'll be giving out more books tonight. I'll bet you they're trans books. I'll continue to stay on this topic whilst conservatives can only talk about me personally, since they have very little else to discuss. Onwards and upwards, people. Have a beautiful, free-thinking day. Read banned books. The ones she's talking about are not like... Oh, there you go. Look, Kimberly has hit back and said this isn't an actual conversation because you're refusing to engage and acknowledge the books that are graphic and should be banned. You are picking and choosing which books to list. I agree the conversation should happen. There is a broad brush here that should be narrowed. There you go. Pink's a groomer. Allegedly, apparently. No, don't like that one. No. Hell's Bells said, like we don't have enough dangerous creatures to deal with here in Oz. Smells like BS to me. Any Aussies ever heard of this bird being responsible for catastrophic bushfires before? Birds known as Australian firehawks intentionally spread fire by carrying burning sticks from one location to another to force out prey. These birds use fire to hunt. No, they bloody don't. That's just another excuse for them to start fires and blame some bird now. What else have we got? 9 News reporting 600 ambulance officers in New South Wales have quit in the last month. 40% wanting to quit in the next few years. Those figures seem unusually high, but regardless it's tough but important jobs and ambos feel underpaid, they're probably right. Solution is to privatise ambulances. Each ambulance van should be a small business that compete on efficiency, quality and cost. Similar to NRMA contractors, but greater choice. Revenue generated from upfront fee, health insurance, repayment arrangement or partial government subsidy for low income earners. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. They've sold off a lot of our stuff. Seriously. And it didn't get better. They sold our rail system. It got worse. They sold our water. Oh, wow. The fight continues. Plant-based, vegan, bee-free honey. I'd be very wary of that. How can they claim no artificial colours or preserved flavours or preservatives? How can you get a plant-based, vegan bee-free honey? Sounds a bit funny to me. Okay. Anyway, let's go back to Hello. Oh dear. Let's go back to the comments now. Who have we got? We've got Menacing Musgrave in the house. Oh, which one? Oh shit, that's on top chat. This is on live chat. Okay. Let's see how far back I can go. Oh, I'm right at the beginning, I think. Oh, Alex is asking Shannon how the other day, how it went at work. Or, Zena said, can I tell a little story while we wait? Shannon said, got fired. Zena said, unless you do, Shannon, if you want to share. Alex said, oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Zena said, hey Shannon, life is just shifting gears for you. Hopefully there's something better ahead, Shannon. Seriously. Alex said, that's the thanks you get for putting in 25 years of your life into someone else's business. I hope you find something that deserves you, Shannon. Zena said, okay, when I lived in Tassie, I had a lovely view of the bay. There was a family of ducks, maybe 20 or so, that used to live there. Every morning they would all swim out to various parts of the bay, and every night, just before sunset, they would all swim back to their nest. They would form a circle and gather together, floating on the water. Oh, shoot. It just jumped. No, I'm not going to be able to get back to that, am I? Sorry, Zane, I got part way through. Okay. Kai said, by the way, kill switch is coming to new cars very soon. It's been passed here. Alex said, by the way, has anyone seen the moon since the eclipse? I checked my sky map today and the moon is blacked out. I thought it would be visible by now. Zena said, hey Alex, I saw a video on Bitchute yesterday about the moon missing, but I didn't watch it. Kai said, be right back. Flyby Stu said, it's all money they're investing in EVs that effed up their system up. Hey Carl, how you going? From Tokyo. Masks everywhere here. Oh, really? Wow. Have fun in Tokyo, Carl. Zena said, we have had fires and overcast, so there's no sky here at the moment. Really? Alex said, no more than usual, I don't think, flyby, apart from Storm Debbie. New storm every day, every other day, it seems. Dealey said, Sherry, any word on your granddaughter? Alex said, I just found a secret button on my keyboard by accident. Zena said, during Coof I was forced by Bunnings to put a mask on, but I just put it on my neck. I didn't really do any shopping at all through that era. Flyby said, has anyone seen the race between an EV Porsche and an ICE BMW, lol? Or ICE BMW? Zena said, that was the only time F the mask stayed right away. Sherry said, she's with her dad's safe dealer. I'm trying to get the money up to move to that state. He only has temp guardianship. That's right. Yep. She's with her dad. That's good. Alex said, hey Carl, Japan looks lovely. I saw a few masks the other day. Hope they don't come back. People here are saying they are coming back. Dealey said, it's good news, Sherry. Zena said, Hev, it's done. The movers and shakers are already planning a new way for themselves. Let's let it all rot away. Sherry said she's happy and likes a new school. Oh, that's good, Sherry. Alex said, yeah, just saw a video about it when I checked. No moon outside. There's a massive planet star where it should be and blacked out on my sky map. Wow. Flyby said, I think MSM does that on purpose, plays music in the background. I know TikTok people do it all the time. Alex said, the next full moon should be on the 27th, so I'll see if it comes back. I thought there should be at least a waxing moon by now. Alex said, I saw something about that, Kai. What's a kill switch, like when the engine turns off at traffic lights? I can't stand that, so annoying. Yeah, they've got a kill switch that can just turn your engine off. Completely. Dealey said, Sherry, that's good. She likes her new school. I'll keep you in my prayers and hope you can move closer. Definitely. Zena said, Alex, it's been super dark here at night. I live in the bush on a mountain and there's no unnatural light. I can usually work out what time it is by where the moon is. I hope nothing's going on. I mean, the moon disappearing. What the hell? Alex says, I always am in the go position at traffic lights. I was taught by an ex-rally driver, no wonder traffic gets held up. Xenotron said, if we go green, there's no hope for those still burning dung for fuel. It's destruction on both ends. Xena said that guy's becoming a breatharian. So he's only living on his breath. Alex said, feels weird at the moment. Normally time has been speeding by, but the other day it felt like 2 days and I thought it was Thursday today. Alex said, glad your granddaughter is doing well. Sherry's sending love and prayers, definitely. Sherry said, thank you, Alex. What's this about no moon? I have a very big bright moon where I live. That is, if it's real. Flyby Stu said, weeks are flying by. I had to check the date, but I'll be 56 next week, for fuck's sake, lol. Alex says, has anyone heard of the film Vivarium? I saw a trailer earlier. It looks strange, cool, and I don't like films usually. I found it free on Amazon Prime. I'm going to watch later or tomorrow. I haven't heard of it. Tell us what it's about. Once you've watched it, don't give it away, but just give us a roundabout what it's about. Luna said, I'm popping in and out of comment as I'm doing housework. Going to get the roast in slow cooker. What type of roast should I do? Oh, what roasts have you got, Luna? Roast beef? Roast lamb? I don't know. Oh, there's the official trailer. Okay, I might have a look at it. Tiki Doll said, I've seen it, Alex. Hello, everyone. Hey, Tiki Doll. How you going? Sherry said, I cooked a pork roast yesterday. Luna made pulled barbecue with it. It was great. Yum. Alex said, yummy. Any roast is delicious. Yep. I was watching a reaction video earlier and they mentioned the moon hasn't been seen since the eclipse and the moon isn't in the sky where I am and blacked out on my sky map, Sherry. Wow. Luna said, okay, pork it is and roasted pumpkin, a sweet potato and carrots. Oh my goodness. Yum. Making my mouth water. Dealey said, hello, Tiki Doll. Luna said, Brussels sprouts roasted. I did eat before I came on and I'm still hungry. Sherry said, wow, Luna sounds good. Tiki Doll. Waves. Alex said, there's just a planet star, which may be Venus or Jupiter, very strange, as I'm sure there would be some moon visible by now. Sherry said, I did see flashing light go past my window the other night. It was no plane. It wasn't on the flight path that the planes take, and it didn't look like a plane. Tiki Doll said, but looking in my gallery, last pic I took of the moon was 9th of November 2023, crescent moon with Venus. Santa said, no evidence of Biden corruption. And Tiki Doll's waving again. Sherry said, I see the moon every night because it's right in front of my bedroom window unless the clouds are covering it. Alex said, that sounds lovely, Luna. I love Brussels sprouts too. Sherry said, I'll be sure to pay attention tonight, Alex, to see what I see. Flyby said, Alex, go have a look at a FVP Angel. We live in a machine that was created by a source. Alex said, maybe it's just certain parts of the world. It's not visible. I haven't seen it all week, and it's normally blinding through my kitchen window. Alex says, time always expires when they want them to shut up. Alex says, I'll check it out, Flyby on YouTube. And then she shared the link there. Alex said, we're in the Matrix. Selena said, the Matrix is getting overloads and forgetting to do things like move planes and walking trees. I can't wait till the truth comes out. Like, I mean, the whole truth, you know, about a lot of things. I know they said 80-20, 20% will be kept away from the public. Don't know if I agree with it, but anyway. Yeah, I want the truth. Like, why are trees seemingly moving around? I don't know if you've seen the footage of trees moving or walking. The trees seem to be moving, or we're having landslips or landslides and the trees are staying upright and moving. I don't know what's going on. Okay. A Flyby Stu said, Alex, yeah, I've seen in real time the sun anomalies. We don't live on a spinning ball. All I want is the truth. End of. Yep. Alex said, all my wires under my dash in my van got fried somehow. I'm getting it fixed next week. Really? Wow. Sherry said, I've been subbed to FPV for a while, just haven't watched it much. Oh, ugh. I don't want to eat the tobacco. Tiki Doll said they hooked it up wrong and stood to watch it burn instead of grabbing any of the wood there to top the connection. Alex said, I can't bloody wait. It's been a long time coming. The house of cards are falling. Cedar said, truth and lies are being tested. That which is not true will disintegrate, whatever form that disintegration takes. Cedar said, I'm so glad that is your call, mate. And Alex said, he's a nasty perv who tries to groom children. Lip gloss or no lip gloss, sicko. Alex said, lock him up. I'd reckon check his hard drive for sure. Mr. Jeffrey? Cedar said, they are his real teeth. He's got a weird mouth. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Tiki Doll said, Guru, I thumb typing sucks, new keyboard on its way tomorrow. Oh, that's good. Still feel like I've got tobacco in my mouth. Dealey said, yes, Alex, and throw away the key. Zena said not. Flyby Stew said, Sherry, I binge watch it. Put some good info out. Join some dots for me. Alex said, I always like new things to watch, Sherry. Not always my cup of tea, but interesting to see others' views. Alex said, I believe we live under a firmament, Flyby. I'm sure one day, hopefully soon, we'll all find out. Sherry said, yeah, I like watching others' points of view. I always watch with discernment, though. That's what you should be doing. Everybody should watch everything with discernment. And, yeah, until you can prove it to yourself. Alex said the truth about everything. And she said, yeah, same Sherry. Dealey said, thanks for the link. Alex looks like an interesting channel. Alex said, oh, she's lucky to be okay. That would be so scary. Deb said, 9:18 Adelaide, not moist. Hello, Heaven family. How you going, Deb? Zena said, Sherry, you usually tell in the first few minutes if their talk won't lead anywhere. Sherry said, if I try to disprove God, I usually turn it... Oh, if it tries to disprove God, I usually turn it off. I don't need my faith shaken. I know there's a creator. Flyby Stew said, that's the way to go, Alex. We do live under the firmament. Sena said, it used to be everything gives you cancer. Now it's everything is racist. I like better when people were just offensive. Me too. Oh, dear. Sena said, it's not our fight. Yep. Dealey said, be right back. Got to feed the rabbits. Yep. I went and let the chickens out this morning, so they're free ranging. Sena said, but they will make it so. Tiki Doll's still waving. Zena said, I bought a sling to learn how to hunt and protect myself like King David. Flyby Stew said, for what, ladies? If I've helped you, fair play. What goes around comes around. Deb said, I love slingshot. Zena said, ever since I read Clan of the Cave Bear, I wanted to do what Ayla did. I've never heard of it. Sherry said, I used to use slingshots when I was a kid. Blind as a bat now, though. Yeah, I have that problem. Just get a stick that looks like a V, put elastic around it, and... Zena said, how about war itself being the social climate change they've been hankering for? I know my social climate has changed. Alex said, I always used to love snow globes when I was younger. I've always questioned everything and never stopped, lol. Deb said, Zelensky has short man syndrome. Zena said, how many people's body climate has changed? Deb said, little warmonger. Xenotron said, biodegradable missile is just another word for destruction of human life. Alex said, I get the film Orphan vibes from Greta. Deb said, oh my God, vegan hand grenade. Sherry said, lol, have confetti. Well, that way, you know, like, wouldn't be, well, or they might argue it's environmentally unfriendly because it's polluting with paper everywhere. But paper does mulch. Oh, Zena said, Greta is on effed up, dude. No wonder she thinks her childhood has been stolen. She pointed the finger at the wrong people, though. Alex said, I've heard it all now. Vegan hand grenade. They'll eat anything. Yeah, I want to see one of them eat a vegan hand grenade. I'd love to see that. No, I actually wouldn't, but you know. In a comedy, like, cartoonish way. Zena said guns that with flags that pop out and say bang. Yep, exactly. Cartoonish. You know what I'm talking about. Flyby Stu said, Alex, this only started from me from 2016. Rabbit holes, for fuck's sake. Lol, we know what's going on. Off. Tiki Doll said, laugh my ass off. All the bomb BS and grenades are vegan to start with because they're metal, not animal. Dummy ass Greta. Simone said, I'll check at Asda for a vegan hand grenade with a special sticker on it that I can't miss. Yeah, that all places that sell hand grenades have them, apparently. I don't know if she's looked that up, but what? Deb said, I got told Queenslanders put masks on. Oh, no. Yeah, people that I seen the other day in a government institution type thing, they said the masks are coming back, and I just went, oh, not again. They all looked at me. And I knew. I just knew. I knew they all watched mainstream television and believed it when they looked at me. Funny. Zeta said, Flyby Stu, I was aware of the barcode before it even came into existence. I'm very cynical. Alex said, I think her last arrest was staged like the other one. Xenotron, it's all pantomime, it's behind you. Oh, no, it isn't. Oh, yes, it is. Yeah, well, when you look at Greta's parents, they're both actors. Theatrical people. It reminds me of Greta. That's exactly what she's doing. Deb said, boats are coming too. Alex said, hey, Simone, I'll check the middle aisle of Aldi. Zena said, I live in hardcore bogan country. Most people out of town aren't buying into it. Good. Sherry said, Democrats are so predictable. Simone said, agreed, Alex. They're so polite and gentle when they arrest her, unlike other protesters getting arrested. Yeah, she should come to Australia and have the police fire rubber bullets at you. Because you won't go lockdown. Deb said, the governor's bringing the migrant to Australia. Oh, no. They're going to find out the hard way. It's going to turn on them. Alex said, I feel sorry for people only just waking up to all the corruption. Flyby Stu. Zena said, yes, in 1977, my friend gave me a book which told everything. Very good. Hey, Robin, how you going? Zena said, it's disappeared now, but I remember things. How are they going to get a stamp on every single piece of product to be sold? Even a pack of chewing gum? Impossible, but I have watched it unfold. And Simone, how you going? Did I say hello, Simone, earlier? I'm sorry if I didn't. Hey, Simone. Deb said, yes, 1982, I read all about the ship and depopulation. Zena said, of course, discredited all my life because of it. Zena said, I guess I've always lived in the future. Alex said, I think Greta has always been a secret adult like the film Orphan. Flyby Stu said, Alex, when will MSM give up their game? Because that when that's end, this is all over. Yep, when that ends, it's all over. Zena said, I think Greta was about 12 when they first pushed her out. Zena said, no way was she 16. Yeah, she's 20 now, apparently. Still acting like a kid. They try and keep her young so that the kids follow her. Simone said, Alex, I'm sure Greta's MK Ultra, total control, poor child. Alex said, I think it's getting closer by the day. Flyby Stu, I heard loads of the councils are going bankrupt in the UK too. People have had enough. Wasn't watching. When I put it on my recommended news feed on YouTube, an Aussie fan channel comes up. And it was good because they said, do we need to change our constitution? And a lot of people in the comments, a lot of Aussies in the comments were going, we need an American constitution. We need First Amendment, Second Amendment, written in our constitution. So there's a lot of Aussies waking up. Xenotron said, councils are corporations. D-Lee said, Xena Clan of the Cave Bearer is my absolute favourite book series. Xena said, this is why we the people have no say. Alex said apparently Greta had no respect for her parents, but I don't know for sure. Flyby Stu said it's shocking how we can see brainwashed people. It is. They look at you and you just know. Oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. No, I should have said that. And I should have said more. And gone, guys, you know this is all BS, don't you? That's what I should have said. But I just wanted to get out of there. Now, Simone said, Alex, she can't have done that all by herself, aren't they, the Rothschild family? You never know. Alex said, brains, no brains. Yeah, they don't have any. If a zombie apocalypse happened, they'd be left alone. Flyby Stu said, all my family bar two are the same, brainwashed. Simone said, Greta's jumped neatly from climate change to pro-Palestine. Yeah, but the thing is, it's not even pro-Palestine. It's Hamas. Like, not all Palestinians are not Hamas, but that's who's taken over and whatever's going on over there. And I don't know, so I'm not... to me, it's like another Ukraine. Seriously. There you go. That's what I think. I don't know if it's real, so I'm not going to say a word. Alex said, oh, are they? I didn't know that. Simone, actually, I vaguely remember something about a Rothschild woman being with her, like her handler. Alex said, I'll have to look that up. Alex said, good old fact checkers say no, so it must be true. Whatever the fact checkers say, I think the opposite. Well, you know what they're doing now? Like, okay, they may say that, you know, Joe Biden did some cartwheels and then abused a dog, and they'll say, false, Joe Biden did not do cartwheels. They don't mention the other part of the fact check. So that's how they do it now. They're picking and choosing what they're fact checking, parts of the what's being said. Because if you have a really good look at them, it's like, you've got to be kidding me, don't you? You idiots. Alex said, I'm not sure if they are related, but I remember when Greta leaked a document script of what she must say. That all went quiet after it came out, like everything else, buried in distractions. Sherry said, saw an ad today trying to get our DNA by convincing us they can tell you if you're prone to cancer and other illnesses. If you send a sample of your DNA, no thank you, not getting my DNA. Apparently, you know the prick that they're doing babies with? Every baby that's born, they do a prick and they test the blood. Well, apparently that blood's being kept. DNA? I don't know. It's been going for a long time. I nearly choked on that. Alex said, plenty of cokeheads running around UK Parliament too. So just remember, Joe said years ago on the words plausible deniability. That concept is in full action today. Why can't the burden of proof be on them? Yep, plausible deniability. That's been going on for a long time too. Xenotron said they need to prove their innocence, which they are unable to do. They force us to come up with never enough. Luna said back and roast is on to cook. Oh, yum, my mouth's watering, Luna. Flyby Stew said never use the word believe, just in you're here, say you either know or you don't know until further information becomes available. Fact, there you go. Deb said, hey Luna, what time's dinner? I'll be there. Simone said, Alex, I think it's a compulsory part of the global government's ministers to be coke addicts. Seems to be, eh? Said Alex. Flyby Stew said, bring this shit to the front stage. Fucking nonsense. Alex said, about bloody time, get him in the dock, and where's that bloody... Oh, where'd that go? Okay, it's jumped. Just give me a sec. Alex said, about bloody time, get him in the dock, and where's that bloody black book? Simone said, Luna, roast sounds delicious. I'm nibbling on chicken fried in salt, pepper and garlic with goat's cheese on the side. Strange combo, but very yummy. My mouth's watering. Alex said, here, Flyby. Deb said, nice, Luna. Zena said, seriously, Barbara, get a haircut. You frightened me. Alex said, slow cookers are so awesome. I'm going to start using mine again soon. Nothing like coming home to a lovely smell of cooking. Yeah, I've got to get mine out. Flyby Stew said, Alex, Sean Atwood had a copy of that. He rung some numbers on it. So what the F is going on? Yeah, I don't know. Atwood's very suspect. I don't know, is he like like the FBI uses their, not an agent, but what are they called? You know what I'm talking about. One of their little lackeys that they use. That's what, I don't know, just what I think. Luna said, Simone, that sounds good. I'd add blue cheese. It's the only one my kids leave for me. Zana said, Luna, can you cook a roast in a slow cooker? Zana said, I thought they were for casseroles. Simone said, Alex, I was just saying yesterday it's time to get the slow cooker out. Alex said, where did he get that then? I don't trust him after that Kelly stuff. Not watched him since Flyby. Yep. Kelly Diamond. Supposed to have been a abused, trafficked person. And then Sean Atwood went and did that. What the fuck? Seriously. Zantron said, lols, Luna, I used to buy licorice all sorts for myself. It was the only lollies my kids wouldn't touch. Luna said, lol, I'd leave you in the blue cheese too. Deb said, we must remember news is about fear too. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm reading just the insanity of this week, so we know what's going on. We know it's all going to be exposed, and that's what we're watching, but in the meantime, there's some really weird shit out there. Alex said, yeah, that time of year again, lol, Simone. Shannon said, sorry, I missed half. Oh no, Shannon. Luna said, the one I have, you can. Flyby Stew said, not watched. Who, Alex? Zena said, remember when Prince Charming was going out with the Sun Star, forge her name? And Deb said, hey Shannon. Xenotron said, going out with that porn star. Prince Charming was going out with a porn star. Prince Charming, do you mean Prince who? Sorry, it went over my head. Deb said, Adelaide, not moist. Xena said, forget a name. Oh, okay. Simone said, hi Shannon. Sherry said, it's here. It's night here now, Alex. I see the moon. Looks like a fingernail in the wrong place. Luna said, the only way my kids like it is if I make it a cheese sauce with it, then I'm lucky to get any. Simone said, yeah, it's nice as blue cheese sauce. I had leftover roast chicken the other day, so what I did was I put it with some chives and some cream and some cheese, and we had a creamy, cheesy chicken yum. Oh, it was yum. It was smothered in cream. Alex said, you can make pretty much anything in a slow cooker. I have poiki pot, which is like a South African Dutch oven cauldron, great for stews, Zentron. You can do stew in the slow cooker. I didn't know you could do roast either. Simone said, Alex, the poiki brings back good memories. I've never heard of it. Wow. Zena said, I don't have an oven here where I live, so I miss oven cooking. Oh, really, Zena? Have you thought about getting one of the little... they sell little ovens now for like $100 maybe. Or not even. Oh, yeah, it's around 100. I don't know. They're like little ovens, but they do things pretty quick. Like a little convection oven, I think. Menacing Muskrat, how you going? Flyby Stew said, Alex, oh, I see. I've not watched since that episode with that drug incident with his lady friend, crazy as a box of frogs. Now my stomach's going. Here we go. I did eat before I came on too. Oh well. Senator said, I want to see the haka performed outside Parliament 3 times a day just to remind them who is the real danger to them. That'd be good. Senator said, yep, let's exercise some climate change. Everyone's saying, hello, menacing muskrat. Dealey said, Xena said, Candace is just about to have a baby. She needs to be a stay-at-home mum for a while. Good idea. Dealey said, did they really just blame a bird for a fire? Yep, they did. Deb said, drop bears will start fires next. Yeah, exactly. My stomach will not shut up. Flyby Stew said, solar minimum, have a look at this subject rabbit hole. I have actually. As Flyby Stew, many years ago I looked at the solar minimum. Going to get colder. Simone said it must be a phoenix, Dealey. Menacing Muskrat said, has anybody seen that Ingersoll Lockwood website? Yeah, a long time ago, Menacing Muskrat, I did. Oh, it jumped again. Where am I up to? And no, I didn't get a haircut. It's just I straightened it. Oh, right, here I am. Somewhere here. Somewhere here. Okay. Xenotron said, Dealey, of course, Dealey, that makes sense to them. Flyby Stew said, Deb, how are you? Alex said, I love the haka too. I learned it at school. As our PE teacher was from New Zealand, such an amazing emotional sight to see too. It is. It gives, I don't know, it gives you something that's, I don't know. It's intense. It's, oh my goodness. Shh. Out to Lunch said, ban books like To Kill the Mockingbird or 1984, or maybe Tom Sawyer and even the Bible for violence and N-word, not porn. Yeah, exactly. Depends on what you're talking about censoring. And I know they're not Pink is not talking about censoring the Bible or 1984 or To Kill the Mockingbird. She's talking about censoring LGBTQIA alphabet books. Simone said, wow, Alex, so cool. Deb said, I'm good, thanks, Flyby, hope you're well. Alex said, in the bunyip, Deb. Hey, Charles, how you going? Hey, Timmy, how you going? Xena said, can you imagine 100,000 haka warriors doing their chant? Might make them think twice. Yeah, exactly. Deb said, hey, Timmy. Simone said, thumbs up, peeps. Xena said, there isn't that many of them. Dealey said, of course, Simone. My stomach will not shut up. Simone said, hey, Timmy. Deb said, hey, Charles. Flyby Stew said, never been better, thank you. And our hello out to lunch, said Dealey. And Simone said, I'd love to see 100,000, people doing the haka. Alex said, yeah, Shatwood went right down in my estimations after that Flyby Stew. Definitely. Dealey said, hello, Timmy. Yeah, Timmy was the piano man I was talking about last week. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. 'Cause we're all in the mood for a melody. And you got us feeling alright. Deb said, new moon is back. Xena said, Simone could be better than sex. What was that? What were you talking about? I don't know. I've lost it. Oh, the haka. Yep. Okay. Yep. I think that's what you're talking about. Alex said I need to recoat my thingy pot. That pot that I mentioned earlier. Dealey said I could see a sliver of the moon in the southwest sky. Alex said, hey, Timmy. Alex said that would be awesome, 100,000 haka. Zena said, Hev, we would all be millionaires if they didn't sell telecom. Yeah, see, they've sold everything off. They sold our water, they sold our telecommunications. Have they sold the electricity off yet? Alex said, what? They can turn it off remotely, kill switch? Yep. And Menacing Muskrat asked if I got a haircut. No, I straightened it. I don't know what's going on. My hair's weird. I've got to get another haircut because I've been trimming again. Because it's growing out uneven. I need to go and get a haircut and not do it myself. Flyby Stu said, I just remember being in a live when he started ringing numbers out of the black book. For fuck's sake, lol. Yeah, I don't know if it's a real black book. Knowing him, I don't know. Zena said, does that mean the bees are vegan free? Are bees now carnivore? No, because it comes from an animal. I wonder how they're going to go eating the bugs, the vegans. They don't like meat. Are they going to eat the bugs? Or are they going to starve? Deb said yes, so they control your car. Zena said menacing, I think. She might have straightened. Yep. Deb said, I have it. I will have to watch that on Prime. Zena said, oh, Hev, you didn't miss much. I was just saying about our Hev family, how we gather together. Flyby said they're trying to legislation on every angle. No law. F 'em. Alex said, Vivarium looks like there is a couple and they moved to a town that looks exactly the same. They can't escape. I really want to watch it even though it's not got good reviews. Oh, okay. Tiki Doll said, Alex, that movie is strange. Really strange. Alex said, it's free on Amazon Prime. One scene in the trailer, the man jumps through under the pavement sidewalk. Wow. Alex said, is it good? The trailer looks good, Tiki Doll. It grabs your attention, but it's strange. Okay, that's what Tiki Doll said. Alex said, I only like certain films like Matrix or films like that. Alex said, it was the pavement bit that grabbed my attention. Deb said, tobacco and kitty hair. Yeah, in my mouth, I always got a hair full of mouth full of hair, or tobacco. Tiki Doll said, Alex, I watched it just the one time. That was enough for me, and I've seen The Matrix many times. I even have the DVD box set. Flyby Stu said, been waiting for an update. Thank you. Hev, how's your mum? Love you all. She's doing well. She's actually doing well. Like, she's still forgetful and that, but she's with it more than she has been for the past 6 months. Yeah, she's just such an improvement, because I really thought she was on her way out. And now, looking at her, like, she's still, you know, slowly going now, not as quick as it was before, thank God. I'm praying that something happens before then that shows us, you know, that you can fix things. Deb said, our family member that was diagnosed with cancer, she's gone into remission with natural medicine. Oh, good, Deb. Natural medicine, see? Shannon said, what do you get when you cross a cow with a clairvoyant? News from the other side. Oh, Shannon, that's a good one. Out to Lunch said, Clan of the Cave Bear was great. Had the series in hardback. Alex said, apparently lots of fruit and veg are no longer considered vegan, especially if they have that cockroach wax on it. Dealey said, that's great, Deb. There are natural cures for a lot of illnesses. Alex is laughing at Shannon, saying, I love your dad jokes, Shannon. Shannon said, hi, Simone. Sorry I'm out and about. Missed half the podcast. Oh, that's okay, Shannon. You might want to catch up later or maybe not. I don't know. Simone says, Shannon, hey, hope all gets good again soon with work. Yeah, I honestly think there must be something better around the corner for Shannon. Seriously, there has to be. That's sad. To give 25 years to a company for one mistake and you're gone. Dealey said, I have the set 2 out to lunch, hardback. Might be time to read the set again. I love the set. What is it? Clan of the Cave Bear. Look at all our tobacco now. Look. All these horrible green packets with lovely pictures on them. Warnings, pictures. Ignore them. Oh, I do anyway. Flyby said, can I ask everybody, are you sick of this sideshow that we're seeing in the world today? Yes, I'm just waiting for things to really change so we can start, you know, really seeing some improvement. Alex said, I believe everything can be cured with diet changes, even cancer after all. I think Big Pharma stole from nature. Only their meds make you worse, not better. Yes, well, as soon as you take some medication, right? And if you have a reaction to that, you know what they do? They don't take you off that medication. They just give you another one to try and combat the side effects of that one. Then they've got to give you another one to combat the side effects of the one they've given you to combat the side effects of the other one. And on and on it goes. You end up on 8 different tablets trying to combat side effects that you shouldn't have in the first place. Makes sense, doesn't it? So yeah, flyby stew, I've had it. Now, like I said, I believe everything can be... Oh yeah, I did read that one. Deb said, hope good things come your way, Shannon, definitely. Hey, Kanchega Yowie, how you going? You're working at the moment, sending g'days. Carl said, is there a show tomorrow? Hard to be here today. No, but Saturday morning, definitely. Friday night everywhere else. Saturday morning here in Australia. Tomorrow I've got to go and babysit again. I'm sorry, but I thought I'd pop on when I had some free time, so that's what today was about. So yeah, unfortunately, Carl, not till Saturday. What have I done there? I've rolled it the wrong way. That's not the sticky side. Oh shit. How did I do that? I'm making a big mess. I'll get to the comments in a sec, guys. I've got to watch what I'm doing or I won't be able to roll it. Yeah, the sticky side is on the other side. Let's see if I can use the same paper. Will this work? Oh, shoot. Okay. That worked. So said, actually, I never finished the series. I read Clan of the Cave Bear in the 70s, but it was years between books. I read the first 3. Deb said, hey, Carl and Yowie. Zena said, for some reason, I never got to finish the Plains of Passage. Deb said, hope you're okay, Carl. Alex said, psilocybin is known to cure depression in one go. It also connects people to the earth, hence why they banned it. Out to lunch said, my niece is named Ayla because of my brother read it. He turned me onto it. He was big on outdoor stuff. Menacing Muskrat said, Xenotron, yes, Clan of Cave Bear was a great series. May have to read it again. Alex said, I was sick of it 20 years ago. I always hoped people would see and wake up to the corruption flyby. Zena said, I guess you could put vegan grenades in the fruit and vegetable sections. They have stickers there. Good on you, Zena. Yeah, definitely. Stick those vegan grenades in the vegan section. Hopefully they think they're avocados. Alex said, fact checkers are bought and paid for by them. Exactly. Zenotron said, D. Lee Jean's contract was always for 6 books and I guess life got in the way for her. Alex said, even AI is biased. Zena said, I would like to find an audio book of the series, though it would take a while to get through. Deb said, Mum said Joe is good and they are using deep fakes, make him look bad. Oh dear. A flyby stew said, Alex, you can see how this pans out. Menacing Muskrat said, Greta is 20 years old. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? Alex said, if I had any children, I would have a home birth and home school, keep them as far away from the corruption as possible and bring them up to be aware of everything. Yep. Out to lunch said, your mum got jokes, Deb? Senator said, nope, Greta's not 20. I swear to God she's 20. Hang on. How old is Greta Thunberg? Turn the keyboard on after the cat's walked all over it. How old is Greta Thunberg? 20 years old. I'll show you. She's 20 years old. She was born the 3rd of January 2003, sorry. She is 20. So there you go. Yeah, I looked it up the other day. She's 20 years old. Alex said, menacing muskrat, laughing. Deb said, ham-baked bean with cheese toast. Oh, yum. Out to lunch said, even deep fakes aren't that good. Funny. Sena said, new parent needs to not register their children in order to create a groundswell of free, sovereign humans for the future. Flyby Stew said, Zena, correct. Deb said, your hair looks good. Oh, thank you. Oops, it jumped. Where am I? Way back. Okay. Menacing Muskrat said, Greta Tintin Eleonora, born 3rd of January 2003. Alex said, I think the technology is way more advanced than they've told us. Look at the moving pavements, sidewalks in the 1800s World Fair. Sena said, it's all fake. She was hatched and does not have true credentials or CIA-style fake identities. Obama's birth certificate a problem? Yeah, look, they could be, I don't know, they could be. Give them fake birth certificates and stuff. Could be. Alex said, no way they built the World's Fair in 52 days. Deb said, there's a cookbook, crock pot. You can make cake, dessert, and more. Really? Oh my goodness. Flyby Stew said, my advice to everyone is if you want to push back, refuse to use their technology in your daily life. They all have facial recognition cameras. Alex said, yum, cheesy beans. Deb. Santa said, oh, there are so many slow cookers for sale at the op shop. Gonna get one of them. Yeah, why not? Menacing Muskrat said, hi, Flyby Stew, how's the picture hunt? Out to lunch said, those books have been banned in some school libraries for that, though. Santa said, Prince Andrew and Koo Stark, it was on the tip of my tongue. Ah. Santa said, Alex, and then they destroyed it all. They would deliberately smash trains into each other. Flyby Stew said, Muskrat, sorry, not had the time, but how are you? Santa said, I have got nowhere to put it at the moment. I have a sink for the kitchen, that's all. Ah, you do cooking outside. Cool. Do you barbecue? I'd be barbecuing it all. Yum. Oh, Timmy, thank you. Hello, Hev. Glad to hear your mum's doing better. Would she be open to walking barefoot in the yard? Hopefully she lives somewhere with some soft grass, but you might be surprised at the benefits of grounding. I've heard of grounding before, Timmy, and that's not a bad idea. That's a good idea, actually. When I'm down there tomorrow, I'll get her walking out in the yard. You watch. Alex said, I'm glad the moon can be seen in at least some parts of the world, lol. Zena said, a bookcase for my pantry. Oh, interesting. Well done, Zena. Alex said, remember when China said they were going to make their own moon? I don't remember. Zena said, a view to die for makes up everything I might not have. Yeah. There's ways around things. You can work your way around things. I've lived without a kitchen. I just had to fry everything in an electric frying pan. Oh, Deb said, didn't they just put up a fake sun? Mr. Hominoid said, I out to lunch, what are you doing awake? Simone said, it's midnight, must be good and try sleep. Good night, Heaven, all you lovely Hevites. You too, Simone, have a good one. Alex said, glad to hear your mum's doing well. I know how stressful it's been for everyone. Hope your dad's okay too. So far, so good. He's got the flu right now. They've all just had the flu and they were here. And I'm just, please don't give it to me. But look, you know, I mean, I have to hug my granddaughter, and I hug my mum, and if I get it, I get it. What can I do? But they've all got it. The whole family's got it. Delia said, take care, Simone. Alex said, good night and God bless. See you soon, Simone. And Alex said, hey, Mr. Hominoid. Simone's giving little kisses and hugs and everything. Xenotron said, have 100,000 haka. Yeah, 100,000, not 10,000. Mr. Hominoid said, hi, Alex, you sound well. Out to lunch said, look at all the mistakes China Joe's made. Could we fire him? I think it's coming. Something's coming. I don't know. It's been coming for a long time. Alex said, have they? I know loads more people are taking videos of two suns in the sky, maybe Nibiru. Deb. Mr. Hominoid said, Alex, did you see Out to Lunch video of what I sent him? Out to Lunch said, Mr. Hominoid, how are you? Alex said, so many meds are full of chalk too. Flyby said, I can show you some better ones, Hev. Lol, on backy pouches. Oh, really? Everyone's saying, hello, Mr. Hominid. Zena said, Hev, they don't like meat, but they have made great strides in producing artificial poisoned meat. Yeah. They don't like meat, but they do want something that tastes like meat. Okay. I didn't go back to, now you're watching, look, the chat and everything. See? You can see it. Oh, dear. Okay. Alex said, no, I haven't. Not seen any notifications from Out to Lunch recently. What was it about, Mr. Hominoid? Out to Lunch said, my avatar is a picture on a shirt Mr. Hominoid sent me. Ah, cool. Dealey said, Zena, why do they have to poison everything? Because they want us sick or dead, one of the two. Okay, where was I up to? Oh, where am I? Where am I? I see food talk. Oh my goodness, I see lots of food talk. Hang on, where am I? Luna said homemade croissants for lunch. Yum. Do you do that with puff pastry? Is that how you do it? Alex said, my Hev family always gives me a greatly needed boost in this crazy world, Mr. Hominoid. Mr. Hominoid said, Alex sent Out to Lunch a gift. Alex said, stop it, Luna, love croissants. Oh, yum. Out to Lunch said, yeah, he did. Alex said, have you ever tried a savoury one with cheese? Yum, I do. I cut my croissants in half, right? If I have to buy them, I'll cut it in half, and then I'll put cheese all over it, and tomato, and salt and pepper, and I'll grill them. And they go all toasty in there. Oh. Wonder if I've got any. Mr. Hominoid said, hi Deb, hope you're well. Flyby Stew said, brainwash puppet. Zena said, Dealey, because they are evil, sick bastards. Alex said, melted, of course, lol. So, yeah. It's even nice with cheese and tomato. If you eat tomato with salt and pepper. Dealey said, or is Greta playing the part of a 20-year-old? Could be. Luna said, I make them bigger than the small shop size ones as well. Out to Lunch said, had sardines, 2 bananas, a fruit cup for lunch. Yum. I've got sardines in the cupboard. I should just go and grab them and eat straight out of the can. Not the toilet can. I mean the can that it comes in. Santa said, Luna, will you be my mum? Mr. Hominoid said, I'm having croissants with ham and cheese soon. Oh my goodness. Luna said, I make lots of different ones, Alex. Santa said, Dealey, well, she was in the public at 16, had no breasts. Seriously, look at her. No way, no pimples, no breasts. And now? Mr. Hominoid said, bye, all going to sleep. Good night, Mr. Hominoid. And Deb said, Timmy. That was after. Thank you, Timmy, for the donation. I appreciate that. Out to Lunch said, night, young man. Alex said, okay, cool. What do you mean, girl? Gift? Is it on your channel? Not girl. What do you mean, gift? Out to Lunch said, yeah, Alex. Deb said, yummy, Mr. Hominid. Alex said, I used to do so much more grounding. I need to do more. Yeah, I was out there in bare feet a few... when was it? Yesterday or the day before? I've been out a fair bit. Alex said, awesome, Timmy. Oh, where'd it go? Alex said, is it the kitty cat Out to Lunch? Out to Lunch said, the flu is back? Huh? Are they sure? Yeah, no, they're going to use this one as the next one, I'm sure. Oh, look, everyone's getting sick again. It's a new strain. Oh, my God. Alex said, take care, good night, and see you soon, Mr. Hominoid. Zena said, Hev, because the internet only spouts truth. Deb said, bye, Mr. Hominoid. Alex said, I would love to make my own, could eat a whole box of croissants. Alex said, I'm part French. Deb said, awesome, Alex, yummy. Yeah, is it just like puff pastry and you roll it like the triangle, you know, and you roll it up and then you shape it? I saw someone doing it. Where did I see that? Bacon a mystery, bacon a murder. Rotten Mango. She used to bake things while she was talking about murder mysteries, and she used to make me hungry too. Out to lunch said shirt, 2 of them, a kitchen towel and one of Australian fauna. Ooh, nice. Ooh. Xenotron said, Alex, nice. Out to lunch said, I got some American stuff to send, just waiting on postage money. Xena said, I'm surprised at what I can whip together on a single hot plate. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Luna said, I love making food for my kids and fills the home with good vibes and good smells too. Out to lunch said, drink the juice from the can. Alex said, home cooking is always the best. Luna, I love making things from scratch. I know what's in there too. Exactly. Xena said, that's so true, Luna. Home and heart. Oh, home is... Where'd that go? That's so true, Luna. Home and hearth with the delicious smell of food. Luna said, true, Alex. Flyby Stew said, good night, gotta go sleep in a bit. Take care, you too, Flyby Stew. Xena said, Alex and Luna, I just can't eat out anymore. Luna said, yes, Hev, and homemade puff makes it so yummy. Oh, yum. My mouth's watering. Alex said, take care, good night, and see you soon, Flyby. Deb said, bye, Flyby. Xenotron said, tastes like meat, looks like meat, doesn't digest like meat though. Yeah, the fake vegan meat stuff. I agree. And Lee said, Flyby Stew. And with that, I'm going to probably go. How long have I been here? 2 hours and 20 minutes. And I'll be back on Saturday morning, Friday night for you guys overseas. And hopefully I've got some more news for you. Okay. Have a good one, guys. Much love. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.
I've seen a lot of change. Been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright. And for the first time in a long time, I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I ain't going back, I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows. And we're all going in life, still nobody knows. But I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.